restoring our stewardship roots and promoting those that still remain to increase them yet again, in my view, is definitely the right direction. We have a lot of options that we can basically deal with, and my legal research indicates some very simplistic findings, and that is that the government, the federal government, basically had no money. So they came to us, the people, and says, we found this good deal, we can facilitate it, buy these other people out, and end up with these great land purchases. So the deal was, we can't go door knocking. We're just going to ask you people, let's just call it a tax because we'll use it as a conduit. But the reality is, your stockholders, you're going to get residuals off the minerals and dividends off the deals. Not to mention land staking rights. So the obvious thing here is we can definitely go on Google and look at our wonderfully large nation. And it's crucially important because we're looking at reality. And the reality is there's no such thing as getting people to open up their wallet and getting them to invest into a business deal and then telling them they get zero. So there's 175 million of us. We're calling that Group 1. And Group 2 comes after the great land purchases, so to speak. And then they move forward until World War II. Shortly after World War II, we're putting the cutoff. This is where we again acquire vast amounts of land, mostly from Britain. And this is important to understand because all of a sudden we have vast holdings of, well, some of it's really some great beachfront property. Let's be honest about it. And of course, this was acquired through different monies and whatnot. So this is split. These acquisitions are split with the 175 Group 1, and Group 2 gets a minor but significant share. So we have Group 1 having, in effect, $80 million worth of perma-stock. You can pass it to your kids, but you can't sell it like a drunk sailor. I'll explain that at another time. It's protected. However, we also have Group 2, which gets their stock issuance starting out at $10 million. Now, what we have here is an creative mass organization of people that can do something. We step forward as colonial, constitutional capitalists, and we have a tremendous buying arm. That means we can get ourselves the best wholesale prices, and beyond the shadow of a doubt, we are endlessly guaranteed to have access to wholesale money lending. We'll be able to develop items consistently, 70 cents on the dollar, and create our own distribution centers respective to our activity. We'll also be able to do something quite unique, and that is we're going to commit to something because people die every year. So as I calculated it out, if we turn around and buy the stock back from people who died, we're going to pay simple money for it. We can borrow money that we're going to use for the bidding to pay for the items. That's not a problem. So basically what we end up with is a 30-year loan, but we're buying stock. So we take half the money and we're going to put that into residuals to be given back to us the first year. And we're going to take the other half of the money and we're going to invest it into software. This is what happens respective to the first $8 billion worth of stock that's valued at, well, the 80 million bucks share. So basically, this is like the first week, the first month. And this is we're going to do something different each month. So the first month, we're going to buy $4 billion worth of software. It's going to take a year for it to probably get delivered. And this means we'll have this vastly diverse piece of software based upon all of the requests that we have of what we need, whatever that is. Whatever that is. So that basically means that we end up with something very unique. Very, very unique, because what we end up with is the ability to own it. If we own it outright, we copy it and we paste it times 175 million. So we each own $4 billion worth of software, which now means that our $80 million worth of stock, collective land stock that it represents, is way undervalued. Now, I want to continue telling you more about the greatest opportunity in history, because what it is something that already occurred. It's part of our promises, and now we're going to be able to restore it. This is going to restore 60 to 80% of the middle class of this country and propel them upwards. It's a great lift. Again, my name is Michael Crosby. I'm running for governor of California. Oh, by the way, we have a Group 2 as well. That's about $10 million worth of stock issuances. And we will also do business. Now, the land there valued is those that came after the great land purchases, but were present after World War II. So in other words, when we acquired another set of land from mostly Britain, these were tremendous. In fact, some of them are great beach properties. They're fantastic. So here we split that with Group 1. Group 2 has to split that with Group 1 because it's our money was used to do this. But Group 2, they pay with some money, and they also pay in blood, as still ongoing many of us in Group 1 do as well. So this is where I'm going to leave this off right now. It's the computers on the plan I lay out. It is the most fantastically brilliant and lucrative deal economically to ever hit a proposal. And I'm looking forward to revealing more of it to you. Again, my name is Michael Crosby. I'm running for governor of California.